Hey guys, Scottish Football here, back with another video, and today's video is Premier League score predictions, game week 33, and today I'm going to be giving you all of my predictions of what's going to happen in the Premier League. Well, I was going to do, I was planning to do Premier League predictions today, but the other video I'm going to be bringing out later, the Championship score predictions, game week 41. I was going to do it yesterday, but things have just slightly changed now, so you should all still be looking forward to it still. Sometimes I do like to do things slightly different. There's so many games to choose from this week. Charlton Athletic play Millwall in the East London derby tonight. I'm actually buzzing for that. I'm going to watch it. Also, it's a League One playoff semi-finals tonight. The first legs. One at 5:30. Portsmouth versus Oxford, which I might watch. But I'm not going to watch Wycombe versus Fleetwood because I'm going to go and watch the Millwall game instead. And tomorrow you've got the East Midlands derby tomorrow, so at least you've got two derbies this weekend. And so my team Wolves, we're going to play Arsenal on Saturday, and I think we're going to win. Right, let's get into the video then. Right, the first game of tomorrow is Norwich versus Brighton. Well, Norwich have been, I think, are just too tired out now, and I think they look like they're going to go down. They defended terrible last game. They gave away Arsenal too many chances. When Arsenal especially aren't the best of teams. So here I'm going to say, and Brighton for a start are the only team that look like surviving this season, but West Ham has started to pick up results now, so West Ham and Brighton are like the only two teams that can pick up a win at the moment. So I am going to say a 2-0 win here for Brighton Hove Albion. Last game when they lost to Manchester United 3-0, I was thinking, why do you bench Neil Maupay for a big clash against Man United when you know he's your best player? And when he came on, he got a first shot on target as soon as he came on, so that told you it's all well and good to play youngsters, but you should play them for the smaller classes, not the bigger classes where you need all your best players you can get. But Man United, you can see how much better they are with Pogba and Bruno Fernandes linking up. Right, so let's go on to the next game now, which is Leicester City versus Crystal Palace. Two decent teams who can match each other up. And I'm going to say a 1-1 draw because Leicester, since the restart, haven't even picked a win. They're now at the FA Cup as well, so their thing to focus on now will be trying to qualify for the Champions League and make sure they don't drop out the top four. That's their big objective, Brew, now. So I think, as Leicester know they're going to that local lockdown now, that's pretty getting at their players and Brendan Rodgers' a bit. So this game, I don't know if it can be called off yet or not, because Leicester are going to this local lockdown, and they said a few days ago on the BBC Sport app that games might have to be postponed or moved somewhere else. So, for example, they might have to play all of their home games at all the teams they're meant to be playing at home away at their opponent's ground, and play away from home when they're meant to. That's what they might be able to do. Right, let's move on to the next game, which is Manchester United versus Bournemouth. Where I think Man United are getting so much better, and they're playing so much better. Mason Greenwood is doing well at the moment, that youngster. Bruno Fernandes. I said Paul Pogba is really overrated, but since I've watched him on the Sky Sport highlights and on the TV, he's looked really good. He passed the ball quite well, actually. He's a little bit overrated, but at least he's come back okay. So I'm going to say a 4-0 win here to Manchester United. I think Bournemouth are down now. If they were going to win any game, it would have probably been Newcastle United, and they lost 4-1. I think they're down just like Norwich. They're just too tired. But the rest of the teams, I think, have still got a good chance of staying up. I think the only two teams that I picked to a win since the restart are Brighton and West Ham. So I'm going to go Man United are going to thrash Bournemouth here. If Newcastle can thrash them, surely you'd think that Man U would be able to thrash them. Right, let's move on to the next game, the 5:30 kickoff. Wolves versus Arsenal. Well, honestly, I'm very confident for this game. I'm going to say 2-0 Wolves, because we're in good form and we haven't conceded. I don't think we conceded a goal since the restart. Well, we're not always known for scoring so many goals at times though, but then when you've got a top goal scorer that's in the top 10 charts, the highest goal scorer, and you've got like Adama Traore on playing, Diogo Jota, you've got as backup on the bench, Daniel Podence, which I'd like to see more of actually, and Pedro Neto. I think Morgan gives White got to go now. I think my friend Jack said he could have been given too many chances to prove himself. He didn't play even. I don't think he even scored a goal in the Championship. He was terrible in the Championship as well. Once we give him the chance, he just doesn't play very well. So I am going to say a 2-0 win for Wolves here. I just think we're going to be too good for Arsenal here. Right, the next game is Chelsea versus Watford. Knowing that Watford will be knowing that West Ham, another team in the relegation battle, but just beat Chelsea. We'll be thinking they've got some positives there. Watford will be feeling positive for this class because West Ham had just beaten Chelsea. But the unfortunate thing for Watford, when he did get that 1-1 draw, they can't pick up a win at the moment, and he didn't play well against Leicester when he got a 1-1 draw. The best win of the season for me would have to be Liverpool 3-0 at home. I think they're going to stay up now, but they just need to get a few more wins together. Because Watford are not a bad side. I think they're a good team. You can see how much they've improved under Nigel Pearson. At one stage, I thought they were doomed at one stage. Well, they're still in a bit of relegation loom and fear at the moment still though. So I'm going to say here, a 2-0 win for Chelsea. I think Chelsea might be able to manage this game from here. They haven't got the best of form against the teams lower than them this season in the bottom half. Well, they have beaten Villa and Norwich. Well, the youngsters, they were so good at the start of the season, but he just slipped away with it a bit. A bit like under Sarri. So like I said, I'm going to go 2-0 Chelsea. Right, the next game is Burnley versus Sheffield United. Well, Sheffield United played very well in their last game. I watched them play yesterday. I watched the second half. Sandon Birds got his first debut goal for the club. Ollie McBurney's goal drought is over, and Lise Mousset got his 6th goal of the season. So honestly, I think Sheffield United can keep their European dreams alive still. But if they do finish out a European place mid-table, no disrespect to them, that's still a really good season. I didn't even expect my team Wolves to finish in European place in our first season, get to our first FA Cup semi-final in years. Well, we lost it, but the whole point is that it's still a good season, that's my point. So here I'm going to say, as Sheffield United are struggling to play away from home at the moment, and it's proven how much better they play at home. So I'm going to say a 1-1 draw here. I was tempted to say a 2-1 Sheffield United win, but I think Burnley might play decent in this game. There might be a decent threat to them as well, so 1-1. Right, the next game is Newcastle United versus West Ham United. Oh, this is a tasty one. Newcastle are doing ever so well. They're not conceding too many goals. Miguel Almiron's starting to perform a little bit better. Honestly, I think Miguel Almiron is good when he has his day, in my opinion. When he does have his day, he plays really well. But when he has a bad performance, he has a really bad day. Also, even Joe Linton's not playing too bad now either, really. Well, he should have buried a one chance against Dean Henderson, 1-on-1 against the keeper. I think Joe Linton, he'll probably be the first out the door though, but Samaxian and Almiron will be wanting to prove themselves to the Saudi owners, saying we want to stay here. Sean Longstaff, Matty Longstaff as well. I think Dubravka will definitely stay. You can't beat. He's probably one of the best in the Prem. Well, Alisson and Ederson are the best keepers in the Prem, but he's in the top 10 charts. So I am going to say here a 2-1 win here for Newcastle. I think this might be a tough game for West Ham here. Well, West Ham have lost to. If West Ham lose to a lot of the top teams, but West Ham play quite well against a lot of the top teams. They played well against Liverpool at home away this season when they lost 3-2. Played really well. They're a better team. They played well against Chelsea. Did a double on them this season. So West Ham, if they had a better stadium and better owners, they might play a little bit better. So I am gonna. It's 2-1 win to Newcastle here. I think Newcastle might put in a performance like Newcastle and Sheffield United again. Right. The next game is Liverpool versus Aston Villa. Well, Liverpool last night got humiliated by Manchester City. Honestly, I knew that. I didn't think Liverpool were going to win, but I didn't expect that. But in my personal opinion, you fight for pride in a game of football even though you've won the title. Honestly, playing like that, if they play like that next season, you won't get any trophies next season if you play like that. Watford was, honestly, the last couple of games, they might have won a couple. I don't think they played that well, really. I think top 6 teams can be a little bit boring to support at times, it can. So I'm here going to say, I think Villa are down now. I don't think they're going to stay up. I'm going to say 3-0 win to Liverpool here. I think that game would be too much for them. Chelsea dominated them in that one game. They played alright. They played quite well against Sheffield United though. They still buried their chances, but you cannot get wins. It's just their problem. So I'm going to, like I said, 3-0 Liverpool. The next game is Southampton versus Manchester City. Well, Danny Ings is the third highest scorer in the league. I think Gareth Southgate's surely called him up by now. Surely. Manchester City, are in great form. They're not conceding many goals. Well, they can beat Liverpool, but they can't beat Chelsea. And it's nice to see that Pep's playing Phil Foden so much now. Here I'm going to say 3-1 win here to Manchester City. However, Leroy Sané's going to Bayern Munich. Let me tell Man City fans and Pep this now. You're going to regret selling him, let me tell you this now. He's a great player. Just because he's injured the whole season doesn't mean you sell him like that. You still give him a chance. City have been the best this season though. It's a 3-1 win to Manchester City here. The last game of this game week is Spurs versus Everton, which I think is on Monday night or Sunday night. I'm gonna say here a 1-0 win here to Everton. I think as Tottenham just lost to Sheffield United, Everton are just a really tough team to play. They got a good manager called Carlo Ancelotti, and results have really changed under him. I thought halfway through the season, if they wouldn't have brought in a new manager, I thought Everton looked doomed at one stage and looked like they were going to go down and lose a lot of their players. So I'm going to 1-0 to Everton here. I just think Spurs will struggle again in this game. Spurs will be doing a lot better defensively. They will be doing a lot better attacking. Seems like even if they have got Harry Kane, they're still struggling still. Harry Kane got a consolation yesterday and he did have one goal ruled out, so Spurs were thinking he got robbed a bit, but Sheffield United fully deserved that performance. They were a way better team and Spurs can't really complain about that. Right, we're at the end of the video now, so if you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe and keep watching the other score predictions videos. And if any of you do football content, any of you have like football pages and stuff, and your own page on Instagram and stuff, and Facebook and stuff, and Twitter, and you have a YouTube channel, perhaps I can inspire you all to perhaps I could inspire you all to create some score predictions video and similar football content to me. Right, also do share these videos with your friends, and until then, goodbye.